guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm Callie.
And I'm Bean.
And today we are going to go over all of the books that we are anticipating coming out in the month of September.
We say all. There's a lot
There's
of them. There's a whole shit ton of them.
September's a big release month, especially for sequels this year. So, we're gonna just dive right in.
We're gonna talk about $15. Ooh.
There's a lot.
That's a lot of bucks.
There's a lot.
So
compared to like the 5 we had for August.
Right.
There's a lot.
Grab a snack, grab a drink, grab a cup of coffee, and let's get going.
So we're going to start off with September 3rd, which is the first Tuesday of September, and the biggest release day.
Yep.
So I guess the first book I'm really looking forward to, and it's probably my most anticipated reads for the entire year of 2019, and that is Five Dark Fates by Kendare Blake. This is the epic conclusion to the Three Dark Crowns series. I have been with this series since book 1, so I am super looking forward to seeing how this wraps up, especially with how she ended Two Dark Reigns last September. I need answers, and this book better deliver, or I'm gonna be so tilted.
The first book that I'm looking forward to for September 3rd is The Lady Rogue by Jen Bennett. Now, this is a YA book that follows Theodora, who is the daughter of a treasure hunter, and her dad and her dad's protege, who also happens to be her ex, are going on a quest to Romania to find the cursed ring of Vlad the Impaler, also known as Dracula. And then his name is Hugo, the boy, he comes back without her father. And so she ends up going with him, and they're going on this journey to try and find her father and this cursed ring, and there's an occult that I believe has kidnapped her father, and so yes.
So many things.
There's so many things going on in this book. I'm quite excited though.
And this is, I know, one Brittany is also looking forward to.
True.
We will interspersingly put hers in here as well. The next one I'm looking forward to is The Girl the Sea Gave Back by Adrienne Young. This follows a girl, Tova, I think her name is, who is washed up on shore of this village with like these rune-like tattoos all over her body. She has no idea where she came from, no idea what the runes are, and then when there's turmoil in her village, she has to kind of figure out what the runes mean, figure out who she is, and the whole story comes together, I assume.
Yeah.
Interesting. Seems very cool. The cover is gorgeous. And I heard really good things about Adrienne Young's first book, The Sky and the Deep, so I am very interested to read these, because I know it happens all in the same world as well.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they're companion novels.
That's handy. Alright, the next book that I am looking forward to, I actually already have a copy of, which is very exciting, and that's going to be Well Met by Jen DeLuca. This is an adult contemporary book that follows our main character, Emily, who gets a job as, I believe, a teacher at in a new town, and she is really at odds with this really attractive other school teacher, and then suddenly they're both volunteering in the Renaissance Fair, the local Renaissance Fair, and sparks are flying between the two of them. So it's contemporary. I have a feeling it's going to be cute. The cover is glaring. The cover is absolutely adorable, and so, yes. Another one that I am looking forward to that comes out on September 3rd is There Will Come a Darkness by Katy Rose Poole. Now, this one I've kind of heard some mixed things about, and my vibe from it was that it was kind of a mix between The Six of Crows, Throne of Glass, Children of Blood and Bone, and just like all these really random ones, and I was a little confused. But what I was able to get out of here is that there are 5 main characters who are standing in the way of an age of darkness, and the whole plot is whether or not they are going to cause this age of darkness, basically cause the end of the world, or whether they're going to save the world. That's literally all I was able to get from the plot. I was kind of confused by it, I'm not gonna lie.
The last one that I have for September 3rd is Serpent and Dove by Shelby Muir. And this book I have been eyeing for months. I know this is one of the most highly anticipated debuts of 2019. This follows a girl who is a witch who has to leave her coven to protect it and finds herself betrothed to one of the highly esteemed witch hunters of the land.
Awkward.
Awkward sauce.
Awkward moments.
Yeah. So it follows her throughout trying to keep her identity a secret while trying to save her people. So I've heard nothing but good reviews from people who have read arcs of this book. So I'm very, very excited to finally get a finished copy. Plus the cover, the YA snake is making its way.
It is.
It's
slithering through. The last one I have down for September 3rd is Darkdawn, which is the third book in the Nevernight Chronicles by Jay Kristoff. I don't want to go too far into this because this is the third book in a series, but one, I love these covers. They are beautiful, and this story is all about stabby stab, death, assassins, and sarcasm.
This one is an adult series.
It is an adult series.
Ye be warned.
It is very dark. It is a very dark series. I have read the first book, and I do plan on rereading the first one and reading God's Grave, the second one. I do own both of those, so before I get this third one.
So moving along to September 10th, the first book I have is A Treason of Thorns by Laura Weymouth, and this follows 6 houses of, like, 6 big, like, noble houses, and a girl has been exiled for some time and then comes back to find the house that she belonged to in ruins and covered in thorns. And she has to figure out what happened while she was away. I think there was, like, some betrayal, at least on her part, on how she got exiled. So figuring out who betrayed her or framed her. It was betrayal or framed. I don't quite remember which. But I've heard really good things from Laura Weymouth's first book, The Light Between Worlds. And the plot just seems really intriguing to me and different.
And the first book that I'm looking forward to on September 10th is Capturing the Devil by Kerri Maniscalco. This is the 4th and final book in the Stalking Jack the Ripper series, which I loved the first book, and I own all of them, so I will be binging them all. I'm getting the Beacon box for the release of Capturing the Devil, and I'm just so excited. This is about a girl who... This book follows Audrey Rose, who is an aspiring mortician in Victorian England, and she basically, in the first book, she has to figure out she ends up trying to figure out who is killing many of the women around town, and so she is stalking Jack the Ripper.
The next one is one of mine and Brittany's biggest anticipated release for September, and that is When She Reigns by Jodi Meadows. This is the finale to the Before She Ignites trilogy, following a girl trying to save her island that also houses dragons. Yeah. I fell in love with this series last year. I am really excited to see where Jodi Meadows takes this story. It is full of anxiety rep. It has dragons, and not only the big scary dragons that we're used to seeing, but like little pet dragons that just sort of chill with you. They're awesome, and I love the world she's created. I'm really excited to see how this wraps up. I love our main character. She is a flawed character and just super intriguing to read about. So Brittany and I are very, very excited for this finale. Plus, the cover is just really gorgeous.
Okay, the next book that I'm looking forward to is one that Brittany is also looking forward to, and that is Stormrise by Jillian Boehme. And now this book we have talked about before, so I'm not going to go too far into it, except for me, the draw to it was that it was recommended for fans of Tamora Pierce, who is my favorite author, and there are dragons everywhere in it. Lots of big dragons, and the cover is really awesome. But yeah, this is definitely one that I actually have pre-ordered, and I don't pre-order books very often, so I did pre-order this one, and I'm super excited to get my hands on a copy of it. The last one that I'm looking forward to on September 10th is Gideon the Ninth by Tamsyn Muir. And I'm pretty sure that we're all kind of looking at this one. It's going to be interesting. I'm actually going to read part of the summary for this one because I have no other way of putting it.
It's weird.
It's
But
it's gonna be great.
I hope it's great, because this description is nothing I have ever heard before. So I am very intrigued to see where this story goes.
Okay, so it is described as the most fun you'll ever have with a skeleton. The Emperor needs necromancers. The 9th necromancer needs a swordswoman. Gideon has a sword, some dirty magazines, and no more time for undead bullshit. Tamsyn Muir's Gideon the Ninth unveils a solar system of swordplay, cutthroat politics, and lesbian necromancers. That's all I need.
Yeah. So this will be interesting.
Yeah.
I'm unsure what to think, but the publishers have done their job. I'm intrigued.
That's literally all I need to read, and that's not even getting into the summary of the book. It's like, all right, we're sold. I'm good for that
I need to know how this unfolds.
And it's the first book in a new series.
September 17th, we only have one book, and that is Steel Tide by Natalie C. Parker. This is the sequel to Seafire, which came out last summer. This was a book about lady pirates. So, yeah, it was super fun. It was an entire, don't mind the construction that's happening outside my house. This was an entire ship filled with women who have been wronged by this big bad pirate. So I'm very interested to see, especially with that cliffhanger at the end of the first book, where our lady pirates have gone to. So I'm very excited. Not thrilled about our cover change, however. Not a fan. But whatever.
Alright, I'm going to move on to September 19th. Where the book I'm looking forward to is The Deathless Girls by Kiran, Millwood, Hargrove. And this one is a book that is a retelling of the wives of Dracula. That's all I know.
That just sounds cool.
That's all I need to know about this book.
So interesting.
Right? I'm intrigued.
The only time I've seen Dracula's wives was in that, Hugh Jackman Van Helsing.
Yeah, right? Yeah, that's the only time they've ever been
harpies.
They were, and I'm pretty sure this follows one of the girls who is one of the newer, wives of Dracula. So I'm intrigued by it. I want to know what this is about.
So, moving on to the last Tuesday, September 24th, the last book we are actually both looking forward to is The Bone Houses by Emily Lloyd-Jones. This follows a family of grave diggers who, in this world, the dead don't always stay dead. When corpses rise, they are called bone houses, and everyone thinks that it is due to this family's curse. But our main character has to try and figure out if it is indeed their family's curse or the town's curse, and how to get rid of said curse, because the dead are unhappy.
Because the dead should stay dead.
The dead should stay dead. So, a lot of Halloween-y.
I was gonna say there's a lot of vampire, undead, skeleton kind of books.
And in September, not October. That's fine. We'll have more for, Spooktober readathon?
Yes.
We'll have more for Spooktober readathon in October then, and that'll be great. So,
the first readathon that we're all gonna do together, basically.
I think so, yeah.
That would be pretty cool.
So those are all of the books we are looking forward to in the month of September. I know that they are a lot.
And there are more that we didn't mention.
Yes.
But
Brittany had a list. We just sort of tried to combine them all. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. We post videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday.
And if you want to be notified whenever we post those videos, hit the little bell icon right below. Leave a comment. Let us know what you think.
And feel free to like any of our Instagrams or our Goodreads pages, which are also linked down below. And we will see you guys in our next one. Bye!